So we're kicking off our first review for the year with an Australian drama that just got released on Stan. So Transfusion is the brand new Stan original film. It stars Sam Worthington and a few other Australian actors, most of which no one will have ever heard of outside of Australia. Transfusion tells the story of Ryan and Billy Logan. Ryan is the father, played by Sam Worthington, and Billy is the son, played by a young fella whose name I can't remember and I haven't looked up, so my apologies to him that I couldn't be asked Googling his name. But moving on. So the story follows these two characters. Now, early on in the film, Ryan and Billy suffer a tragedy where Billy is involved in a car accident. His mum happens to pass away due to the accident. Billy survives, but he has this sort of scar on his face, and Ryan has to deal with the grief of losing his wife, his unborn child, and having his son be the only survivor of the fatal crash. The two of them are constantly moving around to different parts of Australia, mainly because Ryan can't hold down a job. This comes from only serving in the military, because it's really the only thing that he's ever known, so getting back into normal society has proven to be a little bit difficult for Ryan. Billy keeps getting into a whole heap of trouble, like he's gone in front of a judge 3 times for like drug possession, theft, a bunch of other things. So things aren't really looking good for our two main characters. Insert Johnny. So Johnny is the typical guy who is friends with your dad, but you know that he's bad news, and your dad tries to keep this guy away from you. He tries to minimize the amount of contact that you would have with this particular guy because it's his friend, but he also knows that his friend is probably not the most honest person in the world. Through a few situations and a couple of problems that arise, one on Billy's end and one on Ryan's end, Ryan has to end up doing a few jobs with Johnny. These are criminal in nature, and we have our film. The majority of this film is more of a character drama. It does have really heavy action moments and like very gory, like proper blood splatters and like proper people getting shot in the head. It is violent when the violence is on screen. Not that there's a lot of it, but there is enough of it to make this a thriller. Majority of the film is the relationship between Billy and Ryan. Ryan trying to overcome his grief, the grief that is stopping him from completely loving his son. Billy just trying to find his footing as a teenager, like trying to make the right friends, trying to stay in school, all of these sorts of things. And of course, all of them come to a head when Johnny gets involved. So it makes for a really, really great movie. Like really riveting, real edge of your seat sort of stuff. Very, very tense throughout a lot of this film. All the characters, the way that they interact with each other, there's always this sense of just tenseness, whether it's between Ryan and Billy, whether it's between Ryan and Johnny, whether it's between Ryan and this fucking kid, I think his name was Brad's dad. Like, there's a moment where Ryan is going to a local bottle shop, and Ryan works as like a sales rep for an alcohol company. And he goes in, he tries to be really nice, he tries to be very professional and kind, and the guy who works at the bottle shop just treats him like absolute dog shit. And then he comes back. So Ryan kind of G's himself up in his car to be like, I'm not going to take shit from this fucking pissant who doesn't know what I've been, doesn't know the kind of horrors that I've seen and what I can do to another man who fucking disrespects me that way. But of course, he goes back and he scares the fuck out of the bottle-o guy. But then he loses his job because you can't treat people that way. You can't say certain things because when a complaint is made against you, you're the bad guy, and he's never trying to be the bad guy. He's always trying to do the right thing, but he sometimes goes about it the wrong way. So honestly, I really, really love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Like, probably one of Sam Worthington's best films, and definitely his best performance for sure. Like, the guy has mainly been in big sort of action films. I mean, I haven't followed his career really since Clash of the Titans, but I mean, Avatar 2 just came out, so again, he's back in the Hollywood zeitgeist. But this was a fantastic film. I absolutely loved it. I want to see more films like this on Stan. Like, we have this streaming service that we pay for. Give us more movies, Stan, please. Like, last year we got like 4 Stan originals or something, 4 of them. Netflix puts out a new original fucking every day, it seems like. Just give us a little bit more. Because a lot of the stuff that's on Stan, a lot of the original films are all really, really good. There's maybe only been one that I really didn't like, And that was a Kiwi film to begin with anyway. It wasn't even an Australian film. So that's why I'm going to give Transfusion a 9 out of 10. So tell me guys, has anybody anywhere got the opportunity to watch Transfusion? If you have, comment down below, let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, this was a great film, another great Australian film that's on Stan. This sort of thing needs to get pushed to more platforms and overseas so that people can see, hey, Australia makes great films as well. We might not be to the size of Hollywood, but we still make fucking good movies. So this one is definitely a great movie to check out, especially if you love your dramas, you love your slow burn thrillers. This is a great film for you. So definitely seek it out if there's any way you can watch it if you're outside of Australia. If you happen to live in Australia, then just fucking get Stan and watch it on there. And of course, I've been away for a few weeks. That's mainly because I went overseas on holiday and then I came back and I got straight into starting my new job. This is the first weekend after getting back from holiday and starting my new job. So there will be more movie reviews and more videos coming out, I promise. So that was the review, guys. Hope you really enjoyed it. As always, click through to another video. We'll keep having some fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.